Welcome to the Rise of the Goddess Collective podcast. I am your host, Michelle Julian, your goddess guide. Today, we are going to talk about the full moon and what is happening with the full moon today. It's Thursday. It's in Libra. It is the great harmonizer of the zodiac and teaches us that our path is that much sweeter when shared with others. So I'm sure you've been seeing this all over Facebook and Instagram and whatever platform you're watching, is that the full moon is a perfect time to survey our relationships and decide if they are limiting or supporting us. Not everyone is meant to be your soulmate, but the ones who are have the power to change your vibration. So I think that it's important to know that it's time to be discerning and know who's on your team, who's your cheerleader, right? It's okay to say goodbye to people that are just not on your side. And, not everybody is supposed to like you. And if you think everyone's supposed to like you, then you are sadly mistaken. I had to learn this the hard way. I used to come home and I used to be so upset when someone didn't like me. And my mother would, say, not everybody's going to like you. And that's okay. And I took it to heart. I was an empath. I was very sensitive. So I think that's a big thing for us as adults, if we're going to be adults out here, to learn that not everyone's going to like you, and you know who you are. You know you're being kind. You know you're being mindful of what you speak. You're not perfect because perfection is not real. So be your authentic self and admit when you do things wrong, and find that support in that tribe that's out there. And I know I've created some amazing community online, and I've had such great gratitude for all of my clients that have followed me for over 20 years. So it's possible. It's just you have to stay in the curiosity energy and know that it's okay if someone just is not on your team. So I also want you to stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, because I have been creating the 2.0 Goddess Activation Planner calendar, because this will help you and inspire you to create that harmony and setting the monthly intentions with this activation planner calendar to help you manifest your goals, your desires, and your dreams. And with the full moon, it's essential for us to release those limiting beliefs, see the negative patterns, and release those emotional drains. And that's what the full moon wants you to do. It wants you to tune into that powerful energy of release so you can have that transformation experience. And if you want that guidance, I'm right here, your goddess guide. But as I said, stay tuned. We have the Goddess Planner calendar coming out. And what I'd like to do is give you some more actual intentional comments to the full moon. So here is a couple of prompts I would say would be really helpful. I forgive and let go of any obstacles. What a great way to start. use this energy of the full moon to release anything that no longer serves you. Set an intention to let go of the negative emotions, habits, or relationships. Remember, we talked about this earlier about the Libra energy that are holding you back. It's not your job to be the fixer, right? You're here to inspire and teach and nurture yourself and others. What limiting beliefs or negative patterns have you been holding onto? It's so easy to hold on to limiting beliefs and negative patterns. It's just easier because it's like having comfortable jeans that just fit good and you just kind of like, oh, this is comfy. I don't need to do anything else. I'll just keep these comfy jeans on. I don't need to change. What are you holding on to that for? How is that really helping you? So this is a time to get really honest with yourself in a loving, kind way. This is not about shaming, or comparing yourself to other people. This is about looking within. How can you release them and move forward with more positivity? Releasing something that is not serving you and reframing it is one of the most famous tools you can use. And it works. It is called manifesting. It is called our thoughts are powerful. Be, do, have. I'm sure you've heard it from all of the personal development teachers out there. But my spin is think, do, be. Think, do, be. And when we're thinking, even if we're not saying it, it actualizes. It comes into our aura. It comes into our world, into our vibration. I was talking to my husband about this the other day, and he was talking about some things kind of like in a negative way. We all have negative patterns. And I said, how about reframing that thought? Instead of saying, oh, we're downsizing, it's going to be tons of work, it's not something I really want to do, it's going to be so time consuming. How about saying, oh, I'm so excited to downsize because now we are going to create more space. We are going to have a lighter energetic load so we can feel more spacious and freedom of not having all of these things that we own that are holding us to our location, right? Because when you're downsizing, it's work, but it creates an abundance of energy that has more space, more freedom, even with downsizing. If you sell a few things on Facebook Marketplace, you can make some money too. So there you go. There's the reframing. So that's just one little example. Thought that was really, practical and useful for you to learn. So I'm just so excited that you are here today to learn all about what you need to do for the full moon. And I am knowing that in the next couple of weeks that you'll be on the lookout for my activation planner. And I also have been doing a 10-day reset. Yeah, a 10-day reset that actually is going to turn into probably another 30 days. But right now I'm on day 4. And I'm sending an invitation to you, and it will be in the show notes, to join me on this 30-day spring reset of really tuning in to what it is that your body needs to heal so it can be revolutionized with that spark of longevity as you're aging into this world, as you're navigating all of the things in this world, mothers with their children, spring is here and the holidays are here. So how to keep those habits, those healthy habits and mindful practices, connecting that mind and integrating and creating harmony in your pillars of life, which you will see that this goddess activation planner calendar has. We have basically broken it down into helping you understand what's the purpose of having a planner activation calendar. Like, what are you talking about? Activation calendar, Michelle. You keep using the word activation. You're talking about activity. It's an energetic reset. Every month, you can do this with the full moon and the new moon. You can even do it with the waxing moon, the waxing, the waning. But most people are very familiar with full and new. So I don't want to overcomplicate it because we're already overcomplicated. So why don't we just keep it simple? As they say, keep it simple, stupid. Not that you're saying you're stupid, but yeah, you've got enough on your plate. So I'm keeping it short and sweet. How to use this planner, because it's coming out and you can listen to this episode, and I probably will attach this episode to the email that I'll be sending out with the link to receive this activation planner calendar. So it's 3 monthly pillars, and the pillars are helping you with setting the intentions in food and wellness, number 1, lifestyle and family, 2, 3 is spirituality, work, and creativity. This is a holistic approach to monthly planning that helps you create balance in the different areas of your life. And each pillar represents an essential aspect of your overall being. By prioritizing each of them, you can achieve a more balanced, harmonized, fulfilling life. Yes, it's doable. It's totally doable. You can get out of overwhelm into harmony. That's really what I think the name of this 30-day reset should be. It should be like overwhelmed to harmony or something like that. We'll come up with a juicy name, don't worry. Got lots of coaches helping me with this. I've got the writing coach, I've got the graphic coach, I've got, the spin doctor coach, like always knows like the great words to use to magnetize, and then the SEO in the background and the virtual assistant. I've got a whole team now. So it's not all on me anymore. And it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So when you're planning for this harmonized life, it's important to consider each of these pillars and prioritize them based on your own values and needs. By setting these intentions, each of these areas, you can create this well-rounded plan for the month that takes into account your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It's also important to recognize that balance may look different for everyone, right? And what works for one person may not work for another. That's why you want to experiment with different approaches, which I can help with. I can give you some guidance and strategies to find what works best for you. So this is such a juicy planner calendar. I just can't tell you how excited I am about it. I think you can hear it in my voice. And I'm just so happy that you are here to find the tools to help you dive deeper into your intentions, and then to be able to have the reflection on your personal goddess activation. I was talking earlier to a client about this very thing, and she was explaining to me exactly what I created with this calendar. She was saying to me, I feel like this hour and a half that I've been with you, that you have allowed me to create my own space to just reflect on the things that have been on my mind, not like a to-do list, like I got to do the dishes, or I got to get Joey to school, I got to pick up the, fish after I leave here. Things that she's been contemplating for years, but just didn't have the space and the time to reflect, and slowing down her nervous system with my Reiki hands and energy, and guiding her with her voice, because a lot of her discomfort was up in her neck, and being able to speak her truth and be heard. And she has been feeling this for a week now. And she was able to release that and come to this super powerful understanding that she needs to have more masculine communication right now, because let's face it, the world is masculine, and sometimes the feminine approach is just not strong enough. So you need to have a stronger voice, a quicker voice somehow, or just a deeper voice, or something, some intensity that just I need to be heard right now. And I was sharing with her how I do that too with my husband. Sometimes, if I'm really, feminine and, like soft and juicy or whatever, he'll like listen to me, but he's, it's in a different mode of why he's listening to me. But if I really want him to pay attention because he hasn't been paying attention, I need to say, babe, I need to say something to him like, hey, honey, I need your attention right now. Like, I need to be very direct. There is communication. There's direct communication in a loving way, but using your words short and succinct, not too much words. The masculine can hear that information. They know it's important, right? You all have your dynamic with your relationships, with your children, with your husband, with your wife. You know what I'm talking about. So this planner activation calendar is going to help you go through your month by month intentions of your own activation of your own personal. And again, when you're going to pick a pillar to work on for that month, you can put those intentions right in there and take the time to truly reflect and listen to your intuition. Because we all know when we listen to our intuition, it's that gut. How many times have you said that to yourself? A lot. I know I have said it to myself. I should have listened. I should have paid better attention to the clock. I knew that I was going over time in this situation with this person. and I should have paid attention to the clock, but I didn't listen to my gut. You know what I'm talking about. You know when you're not listening to your intuition. So be easy on yourself. Don't be, shaming yourself, but it's the awareness, right? It's that self-awareness, that self-compassion. So set aside time at the end of each month to journal out your thoughts and your reflections for the month. And this way you will unlock your goddess self. And if you want, I can help you with that. I am offering a special discount for the Unlock Your Goddess Self reading activation. And it's uniquely crafted container for your personal growth and unraveling. You just need to unravel. This is for you. So thank you so much for joining me in the Rise of the Goddess Collective podcast. Remember, your activation is my activation. Bye for now.